Okay. Now here's another problem. Here is another problem. Now I show that if the absolute value of x plus 3 is less than 1 over 2, then the absolute value of 4x plus 13 is less than 3. Wow, what a problem. Any idea on how can you approach that? Now, okay, whenever you meet these if-then problems, what I've noticed is that in many of them we have to use what we call a direct proof. So you treat this as if you have not seen it. So what I mean is that in order to show this, then you have to use this. There's no way that you will have to come some maybe here usebenze lento. No, if this, then this. If then, this is an if then statement. So you need to use this in order to show this, right? Okay, let me solve this problem. Okay, so let's say, look here, right? Here we have x, here we have 4x, here we have 3, here we have 13, here we have 3, here we have 1 over 2. So because here we have x and here we have 4x, we need to make means to get to turn this x into 4x. How are we going to do that? Okay, x plus 3 is less than 1 over 2. So because we want to have 4x here, that means we need to multiply by 4 on both sides. Absolute value of x plus 3 is less than 1 over 2 times 4. What is done on the left should be done on the right? So this is multiplying, right? So 4 times 1 over 2, that is the same as 2. So this side is now 2 less than 4x plus 3. 4 times the absolute value of x plus 3 is the same as 4x plus 4 times 3. This is like distributing this inside. 4 times 3, that is the same as 12 plus 12. But remember, this is an absolute value less than 2. Always remember to reference that. No, I have used the absolute value properties of multiplication, because how did we get here? We multiplied, this 4 was outside the absolute value and now this 4 is inside the absolute value. How did we do that? We used the absolute value properties. Okay, I'm sorry. So now we are nearly there now. We have 4x, we have 4x, we have 12, we have 13. That means we have a difference of 1 between 12 and 13, and we want to get to 13. That means we need to add 1 somehow. Then we have 2, we have 3. Oh, we have a common difference of 1 actually. That means we need to add 2 on both sides of our inequality. We need to add 1. We need to add 1 on this 12 to get to that 13. We need to add 1 on this 2 to get to this 3. But how are we going to do that? Okay, let's think. But remember, the absolute value of 1 is equal to 1. the absolute value of -1 is equal to 1. But then that means now, if, remember, I cannot say 1 plus absolute value of 4x is equal to 4x plus 1. No, I cannot conclude and say this. So what I mean actually is that what we need to do is to add the absolute value of 1 on both sides of our inequality. So absolute value of 1 plus the absolute value of 4x plus 12 is less than 2 plus the absolute value of 1, since what is done on the left must be done on the right. Okay, now the absolute value of 1 is the same as 1. That means 2 plus 1 is the same. 2 plus the absolute value of 1 is the same as 3. Wow, now we have this 3, then we have 3 there. Okay, let's deal with this now. Let's deal with this. How do we add absolute values? 1 plus, absolute value of 1 plus the absolute value of 4x plus 12 is less than 3. But remember the triangle inequality theorem. Triangle inequality theorem states that the absolute value of b plus the absolute value of a, I don't know what I'm saying now. I really don't. The absolute value of a plus b is less or equal to the absolute value of a plus the absolute value of b, right? So this is called the triangle inequality theorem. If you don't know or you haven't heard yet about the inequality theorem, please, apha phezulu kwescreen sefoni yakho, there is a link phaya ekoneni. Please click on that link and watch me proving this theorem. Izawuphuma on your test. Okay, so now if this is the case, that means 1 plus 4x plus 12 is less or equal to absolute value of 1 plus the absolute value of 4x plus 12, which is less than 3, But because now this, okay, this is the same as the absolute value of, then we'll remove the brackets by doing multiplication. Positive times positive, that's 4, that's positive. Positive times positive, that's positive. So 1 plus 12, that's 13. So here we have 4x plus 13 less than or equal to 1 absolute value of 1 plus absolute value of 4x plus 12, which is less than 3. So now always remember to reference that I have used the triangle inequality theorem. So if this is less or equal to this, but this is less than 3, then by transitivity, this happening here is what we call transitivity. If you don't know about transitivity, please make sure that actually transitivity is the law that states that if A is less than B and B is less than C, then A is less than C. If 1 is less than 2 and 2 is less than 3, then 1 is less than 3. Okay, so we're nearly done. Actually, we are done already. So by transitivity, this is the conclusion. by transitivity 4x, the absolute value of 4x plus 13 is less than 3. Then you box your answer. This means proof complete. I hope this video makes sense and it helps. Thank you very much. Next time we meet again, I will simply do a few problems based on the inequalities, then I am done.